Internet products as well. Now let's launch Internet Explorer. We spent a lot of effort here, and Internet Explorer 4.5 launches twice as fast as the last version. So it's now by far the fastest browser to ever launch on the Macintosh. Did we just launch it? Did I miss it? Okay, now let's launch it the second time. And you'll notice that it launches so quickly you can't even see the splash screen. And that's, of course, on some of the new Macintoshes that Apple has today. Now, Steve has shown us that computer hardware can have elegance, can have style. And at Microsoft, we also think that software should have style, and software should have taste if it's going to deserve being on one of these new Macintoshes. So we could drag and drop images from Explorer to the Finder before, but now we've made it a little bit better. Now when we pick up an image, we get a translucent version of that image. And then when we drop it on our hard disk, we don't get a plain generic icon. We actually get a thumbnail that looks exactly what the image looked like in the browser. And no, you can't do that on Windows either. Sorry. Now, we found that users spend an awful lot of time trying to type into their web browsers. In fact, the most common thing people try to do all the time is type in their name and address into a form. And they try to do that again and again and again. So here we are up in the Apple Store website. We want to order a new Macintosh, but we don't want to type in all this information. And with Internet Explorer 4.5, you don't have to. Because with a single click of the mouse and our new Forms autofill button, we can enter all our personal information with a single click. Let's go ahead and do that. And that's just with a single click of the mouse. Now, have any of you ever tried to print from a web browser? It just doesn't work. It's embarrassing. We've gone through 4 versions of browsers, and we can't even get printing right. Well, that's about to end with Internet Explorer 4.5. If you see this page here, this page is from Tower Records. And if you were to print that from any browser other than IE 4.5, you get something like this. You get the 2 pages on the left-hand side. It would go across these 2 pages, and the information on the right wouldn't even print out. You would just lose that information. And you'd have a black background and use up all your toner, which is not really what you want. Now let's take a look at what it looks like with IE 4.5. It comes out as 1 page. 1 page, all your information. We got rid of the black background. And of course, we were smart, and we changed the white text to black so you could actually see it on your white backgrounds. For the first time, printing actually works in a web browser, and I think it's about time. Now, we have a whole lot of intelligent printing inside of Internet Explorer to try to make sure we never break things around, but sometimes you want to know what your printout's going to look like before you send it to your printer. So for the first time in a browser, we now have adjustable print preview. And you can see what your page is going to look like before you print it out. And if you want to make it ugly like it was before, you can go ahead and do that, because you can turn the background back on and turn it to make printout on 2 pages, again, like it looked before. And if you want it to be ugly, you can go ahead and do that. And that's okay. We give you choice. But if you want to print it out the right way, we'll do that for you automatically. The next thing I want to show you is our integration with Sherlock. We think Sherlock is fantastic. So we've added a Sherlock button to the right side of the Internet Explorer toolbar up here. So you can not only open Sherlock from within Internet Explorer, you can use Sherlock to summarize a page to the clipboard, or for something completely different, Internet Explorer and Sherlock will work together to find you pages that are similar to the page you're already looking at. So if I'm on the ESPN page, for example, and I pick Find Similar Sites, Internet Explorer will go and launch Sherlock, feed it some information, and then Sherlock will come back and tell us that the site that we'd like to see probably is, where are we? On the NBA, some NCAA sites, other sports sites. We can look at a whole bunch of other sports sites which we might want to see with this new functionality where Internet Explorer and Sherlock are working well together. Now, one thing that I may have forgotten to mention is that every single feature that I've shown you today is available first in the Macintosh version of Internet Explorer and only in the Macintosh version of Internet Explorer. The second product we're introducing today is